This is Al Jazeera, and these are the stories making headlines. Anti-Gaddafi forces are calling for international help in their fight against the government in Libya. In the west of the country, close to the capital Tripoli, they have now lost control of AlJazeera, and we understand they're losing advantage in a number of other cities as well. President Barack Obama says Washington and its allies are still considering a military response to the crisis in Libya, and Gulf Arab leaders have called for a UN-enforced no-fly zone. Meanwhile, Al Jazeera has learned that the British citizens that were released by Libyan rebels on Sunday were captured after an exchange of gunfire. 8 British nationals, including a diplomat and members of the special forces, were captured soon after they landed in eastern Libya. In Colombia, at least 23 employees working for Canada's Talisman Energy have been kidnapped. It happened in the eastern department of Vichada. Colombian troops have reportedly been sent to rescue the subcontractors, who are all Colombian. New video has surfaced of the September 11th attacks in New York, and particularly the moment one of the World Trade Center towers collapsed. This film was shot from a police helicopter that was hovering above the World Trade Center site.
It's gone! It's the whole tower!
There were 17 minutes of footage in all, capturing the collapse of the North Tower and the smoke that subsequently filled the area. Only police helicopters were allowed in the airspace near Ground Zero at the time. And this footage was part of the evidence that the city of New York handed over to a federal agency studying the structural collapse of the towers. It's unclear how the video came to be posted online. In Western Canada, an explosion and a fire at a gas well have injured at least 14 people. It happened at a site near the town of Edson in the province of Alberta. The contractors were working at a facility owned and operated by Husky Energy. Egypt's caretaker prime minister says restoring security is the priority of his government. Essam Sharaf spoke to journalists hours after a new cabinet was sworn in. Meanwhile, Egypt's prosecutor has ordered the detention of 47 police officers for burning documents at several state security headquarters. And in the capital, Cairo, thousands of Coptic Christians were carrying out protests calling for an end to discrimination that they say they are facing as a minority group. Those are the main headlines. The news will continue here on Al Jazeera in half an hour after People and Power.
Hello everyone, this is People and Power and I'm Summer El-Shahat. On today's program, building Egypt's future.
محتاجين نكمل الضغط لأن النظام في مصر لسه لم يسقط، يعني النظام في مصر لسه موجود. رجال أعمال لسه موجودين وليهم أذرع في الأحياء وفي المناطق.
A fortnight ago, we showed you a film that we shot exclusively and behind the scenes with young activists from Egypt's April 6th movement. They were among the key players in the uprising that brought down Hosni Mubarak. So how have they fared in the weeks since? Though the news of the president's resignation was greeted with wild jubilation by the mass crowds in Tahrir Square, the revolution itself is far from over. A military council now runs the country, and many of the political and economic conditions that led to the revolt are still in place. The challenge facing the activists and the pro-democracy movement in general is how to build on their gains and secure real and lasting change. But as reporter Elizabeth Jones found out, the cold reality of the morning after is that there is still much to do.
February the 11th, the night Hosni Mubarak fell.
ضحكت من قلبي عمري ما ضحكت بالطريقة ديت. فضلنا نهزر وطول الليل ما احناش مصدقين ان الثورة بجد نجحت.
احنا كنا عارفين القرار من قبلها بيوم، كنا الجيش مبلغنا بان مبارك هيتنحى قبلها بيوم، لكن كان الفرحة الحقيقية لما لقينا الناس بتفرح وبتضحك، هي ده كان الفرحة الحقيقية لي.
At that moment it was the happiest moment of my life. I kept screaming and yelling and couldn't keep myself, and I went to Tahrir Square right away. But I realized that it was not the end. It was just the beginning.
It's Thursday, February 17th, nearly a week after Mubarak left Cairo. A new era for Egypt means a new home for the April 6th youth movement, whose Facebook campaign helped launch the revolution. This dilapidated building, far from the center of Cairo, has been donated by a supporter as a new headquarters. Members come from across Egypt, including this woman from the far north. April 6th is growing, its recognition and reputation much enhanced. Its founder, Ahmed Maher, has called the core April 6th group together.
السلام عليكم الأول وآسف على التأخير جدا. بيقولوا في مظاهرات في وسط البلد فالدنيا زحمة، يعني مش عارف الناس اللي بيعملوا مظاهرات دول قاعدين يعطلونا يعني على طول باستمرار. طيب
He tells them of his meeting with the ruling High Military Council. Revolution, it seems, has turned into a series of meetings.
عايز بس اتكلم عن المقابله دي عشان دي مقابله مهمه جدا. المقابله دي مهمه جدا نحدد بيها الفتره الجايه تكون عامله ازاي، مطالبنا. فقلنا النهارده القعده مع الجيش رقم 0 مش رقم 1، يعني النهارده تعارف ودردشه. تفاوض هيكون بعد كده وهيكون معلن.
Maher wanted 3 demands urgently addressed: the repeal of the emergency law, the freeing of political prisoners, and the creation of a government of technocrats.
اتكلمنا عن الحكومه والمفروض تتشكل وزاره براي الائتلاف او بمشاركه القوى السياسيه عموما. فيعني قالوا طيب احنا محتاجين وزاره دلوقتي حاليا عشان تسيير اعمال، وقلنا ان هي تسيير اعمال لغايه ما يكون في وزاره جديده. فقلنا برضو محتاجين يبقى قلنا ايه اسبوع اسبوعين شهر نعرف امتى الوزاره دي هتستمر وامتى هتمشي. فوعدوا بالرد في الاجتماع الجاي. فوق النهارده على فكره بس ما حدش عبرنا.
Already the High Military Council is reneging on its promises.
مهم سالنا برضو عن المعتقلين. قالوا فاحنا يعني في خلال يومين بالكثير قوي يوم الجمعه هيكون كل اللي اتمسك بعد 25 هيخرج.
The April 6th activists are creating new slogans now, this time against all the apparatchiks of Mubarak's regime who are still in place. Same police, same state security, same politicians. But what power do they have to change all this?
ولكن الضمانه الوحيده ان المطالب دي تتحقق بالفعل ان الناس تفضل في الشارع والناس تستمر في المطالبه بهذه الاصلاحات او المطالب. بالتاكيد هنكون موجودين في الشارع بصوره كبيره لغايه ما نضمن المطالب دي تتحقق بالكامل. فاعتقد ان لسه محتاجين ضغط شويه. في بعض الناس متخوفين من ان الجيش لا يستجيب لهذه المطالب وان هو قد يكون لا يعي او غير مقتنع بالمطالب الديمقراطيه، ولكن احنا يعني معتقدين ان مع استمرار الضغط هيؤدي لنتائج كويسه.
The next day, Friday, an estimated 2 million people have come out to celebrate the triumph of the revolution and to commemorate those who died. This sign reads, "We won't forget, we won't sell out. The blood of the martyrs will not be lost."
كان في رهان من جانب الجيش ومن جانب ناس كتير ان احنا مش هنقدر ننزل على الاعداد دي تاني، لكن الحمد لله بعد التحرك دوت اعتقد ان دي رساله واضحه جدا للجيش ان الناس نازله والناس مصرة على مطالبها واهمها هي رحيل حكومه شفيق والافراج عن كل المعتقلين السياسيين.
Only through the power of the people does the April 6 movement have any power itself.